Ian McShane is with us.
Hello.
Ian, look at Ian.
Yeah.
Look at Ian. He's a proper actor. He's a proper heartthrob. He's got it all going on. Even with a daft-looking moustache, he's still
wishes he could grow one.
Look at that.
Don't start with
thick
it,
black tash going on there. I thought it was Peter Wingard coming from it.
No, love, no. Wingy, baby. Hello.
Do you know Peter Wingard?
I used to know him, yeah.
What a man. What a man.
But don't go too close, love.
No, of course not. God bless him. Ian is back on your screens in what looks to be a terrific drama, Deadwood.
Yeah, which you've had the tapes for and haven't seen it.
I only got sent them last night.
Yeah, they were
can't
sent
do
over
anything.
in the week, but I know you have a busy time, but never know.
I didn't see him. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks great. I've seen posters of it. Who else is in it with you?
Well, you'll know all those guys. Billy Sanderson from The Professor in Blade Runner, Powers Booth, Keith Carradine's Wild Bill Hickok.
Wow.
A new kid called Timothy Oliphant, who's king of the indie movies. He's great. He plays
But
sort
the
of
main
white
man,
hat.
Ian McShane.
Main man.
Main man.
Mr. Al Swearingen.
And now tell us about the story, because this is it based on a true event? It's a true situation?
No, it's based on the true, the town Deadwood, which is still today. It's an illegal camp on Indian territory. And in 1876, they found a gold strike there, one of the huge gold strikes for the West. And it takes place about 3 weeks after Custer's last stand. And it's where people went to make their fortune. And for every regular guy that was trying to make a living, there were 10 conmen there.
It was sort of a lawless town, wasn't it?
No law, illegal camp, so they had to be careful. And the stories about, Milch, who created and written the stories, sort of the alpha male genius of it, who did NYPD Blue.
Right.
And Hill Street Blues. And he is like the guiding force behind it. And I think he's found his mate here. I mean, we do 12 episodes a year, HBO. You can say what you want, do what you want.
Quality TV.
Quality TV.
And it's now
directed by Walter Hill.
Oddly enough, on Sky One.
which has changed its own format and is becoming apparently quality TV.
It is now. They've got some very good stuff on. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Who's directed them? Is this
Walter Hill directed the pilot.
Wow, Walter Hill.
Which was great. Well, you can't get better than that, can you? No, he did the pilot, and then we'd started 2 months later. We'd been fine. We had a 6-month break, so Walter went on to other things. But we had Davis Guggenheim, who's done some indie movies, and he's terrific.
It really looks like they've spent some money on it as well. I mean, it really.
Pilot was $15 million. It was the most expensive pilot ever made. Yeah.
Sweet mother.
But they built a town. We do in this ranch called Melody Ranch, which is about 30 miles north of L.A., which was Gene Autry's ranch. He'd be spinning in his grave now, Gene. He knew what kind of a cowboy he was. And it's, they built the town. They built the whole town. You walk in, you've got all the sets, the sound stages, the cowboys are out the back with all the animals, the editing suites are there. So we do whatever we want.
It's like a Wild West version of Brookside.
There's no answer to that.
Well, they built Brookside close.
That's a very good comparison, but I don't think
it's very similar to Brookside.
Phil Rednett's going to come in.
Yeah. It's got in it one of my favourite kind of like character actors, nutty character actors, who whenever I see him in a film or part, even if it's something I haven't heard of, I will seek it out because I love his work. Brad Dourif.
Brad's great. Plays the Doc.
He plays Doc.
Doc Cochran.
Wow.
A survivor of the Civil War. And, there's some extraordinary stuff. I mean, if you were a fan of Hill Street Blues, you know that Milch, as a creator and a writer, gives every character their full weight. Nobody's what they seem to be.
And is it
There's no white hats and black hats per se.
Is it quite naturalist? Is it like talking over each other and people
It's talking over each other, but it's written in 19th century dialogue, so it sounds like Shakespeare combined with, and it's very, the dialogue is quite good because you get a lot of and a lot of swear words throughout, which has caused a big furor there.
I like what you did there. That's great. You did that.
It's difficult to put asterisks. How do you onomatopoeically do an asterisk on radio?
Hold on a second. Look at Ian's hair. It's fantastic. It's like Medusa coils on your head there. Look at it. Is it naturally kept?
John Frieda does a great job.
Do you dye it?
Not at all.
Look at it. What a mature. He's exuding masculinity.
I've got the salt and pepper and Ian's got none of it.
The pheromones are coming off him like nobody's business. I feel like a girl in the room next to him. So do you. We're like...
Sure you do.
Yeah.
We've never met. Well, we've waved each other through Soho Street.
I know, never met properly. But Ian, what a great presence to have. Yeah, even dressed rather shabbily, but what a fantastic...
I'm actually not, but he's always in a suit, you know.
That's your weekend gear, isn't it?
Is that John Pierce?
No, it's not. I'm wearing a little bit of Vivian Westwood today for you. Flying the flag.
No, I'm just about to get the old British Airways flight back this afternoon. I'm going straight on it.
Ian, can I ask you a favour?
Yeah.
Could we have a bit more of your attention? He's sitting there reading the newspaper while we're chatting to him. He's
professional.
He's multitasking. Are you reading about Tim Henman? Are you a tennis fan?
Well, he's done great. Yeah, well, I like all sports, you know that. But it's like Henman, I don't think he's going to beat Mr. Fairweather, do you?
Yes, he will.
Do you think so?
Yes, he will.
Yes.
We'll have a tenner on it.
I believe, OK, £10.
£10 on Roger.
£10 if he beats him. It will go to the fifth set, and Henman will win. I'll tell you for why. Two reasons.
Yes.
One is, out of their last 8 matches today, Hemans won 6 that they've played together.
When he was much younger.
No,
and
no,
always a
start
favourite. When
with-
Roger was much
Look,
younger.
you're older than me. You could still take me, couldn't you? Hey?
I would never bet.
Look at that. He's exuding masculinity. I feel like a girl. And the other reason is, Henman, the pressure's off. He's got nothing to prove there. He thinks he's going to lose anyway. That's when he wins.
Well, the pressure's all on him because it's, because they'll put the pressure on him.
Well,
he
that's
isn't at
what you
Wimbledon,
think
is
you
he?
know, but
no,
you
I
don't
think he's a
know.
great player.
You
He's just a
think
wonderful
you
tennis player.
I would love John
I'd love to
Lovejoy.
be able
Thinks
to
he knows
play.
what
Oh,
he's
Lovejoy.
doing. He
I've
doesn't
got
know
one of
what
his
he's
old rackets. This was owned by Tim when he lost the US quarterfinal in 19... Oh.
I just found out from outside, speaking to
Yeah.
a friend of mine outside who had recently bumped into Quentin Tarantino, that Quentin Tarantino is a fan of Ian McShane. And
Yeah.
he was a fan of Lovejoy.
We did the Wogan show in about 93 when Reservoir Dogs came out.
How bizarre.
When Mr. Frank Skinner was trying to be very obsequious to Terry Wogan, saying, I think this film could encourage young people to be very... Before he found his true métier and became as the boozing, whatever he does now, you know.
Well, it's not quite that. But you were on the talk show with Quentin, so you met Quentin.
Quentin, yeah. I didn't know. Well, he's the kind of guy. Go, Ian, nice to see you. Richard Burton, 1970 villain, 1971 Sitting Target with Oliver Reed. Love those movies because he used to work in a video store.
He doesn't look quite as camp as that. though.
He is very camp. He's a
No,
nerd.
that's
You must have
like-
met him. He is.
You've made him sound like that. No, he's not.
a little gay,
he's not
but
a
he's
tall
actions,
foodie.
But no, he's a lovely boy.
Why hasn't he put you in a movie? No
Silas
answer. Obviously
Rain.
not. He's got to
Silas-
put you in a
He's never
film.
asked me. I'm too busy now, you see, because this takes up all the year, so I've no time. But Q, if you're asking, you can come. Well, he makes those Kill Bill. Have you seen that?
Yeah, of course I've
You
seen
like fan? Well, you're a fan of all that Japanese
love it.
meme and all that.
Japanese
It's very
and
good.
all
But when they start referring to it as this is the bride in black, and it refers back to the overall.
He gets a bit
Bullshit.
Yeah, he disappears up his fun.
But he's a good filmmaker. I like Jackie Brown personally.
I love Jackie Brown. I thought it was a
The
very
best
mature
Elmore
piece of
Leonard
work.
adaptation.
Ian McShane was absolutely spectacular in Sexy Beast.
Yes.
Good movie.
Yeah,
Great
great
movie.
film, but you
Great
were
script.
really good in it. And
Thank
you're really scary in that.
Thank you.
And where do you find that? When you're playing a
Within.
scary guy like that, what do you draw on?
I think I straightened my hair for that one. Straightened it, and I did have it dyed for that. Because Teddy was a little of a strange character, Mr. Bass.
Very peculiar.
And I must tell you a funny story, actually. About 6 months after I went to LA to do a movie and rented an apartment, and the guy came around and said, I said, do you want all your stuff from the desk? He said, no, just put it in an envelope for me. I said, fine. And there was a credit card shaped, like a announcer. You know, they have those cards people give out.
Yeah.
Business card. Picked it out. Teddy Bass, fitness instructor, La Cienega. Never went there, but I thought, that would be all right.
Do you think he'd offered you that? That was him.
I don't know. It was a very weird one of those things.
Peculiar moment.
Because it's a peculiar moment and peculiar name, Teddy
Yeah.
Bass. But it was a great movie.
But
I
you
thought
do
it was-
play. You do play creepy guys well.
Thank you so much.
And I don't know whether there is something in you which is.
No, I think it goes through phases, Jonathan. It's like, you get known for doing things. Lovejoy, which was great, but 6 years, and then people go, oh, it's Lovejoy. And
Yeah.
they can't help that. That's why I didn't do any television
Yeah.
for 4 years.
Yeah, well, that was really that kind of defined you for a while, didn't it?
It has to, because you're on there. It's like you get defined for what you do.
And people forgot about the movie career, I think, when you were doing that.
Well, so did I.
Yeah. Well,
Thank God, Jonathan Glazer said, would you like coming to do a movie with me?
Yeah.
But it was a great script. Those two guys, Mellis and Skinter, wrote a great script there.
Yeah.
They've got another one which we're trying to do called 44-inch Chess, which they wanted Ray and I to do, but we're trying to figure out a time to do it.
How was it working with? You didn't have that many scenes with Ray. You had one or two.
No, my stuff was all with Ray.
Oh, was it? Was
It
it?
was all with Ray. It wasn't when it was Kingsley I didn't have any
Yeah,
scenes
that's
with.
what
No.
I'm thinking.
Sir Ben. No,
Yeah.
no. Didn't have anything to do with Sir Ben.
Sir Ben was great in it, though, wasn't he?
Sir Ben was very good, yes.
You can't beat Sir Ben.
I thought Winston was great. I thought he got.
Oh,
I
you
thought
can't
in this
beat Wayne.
country,
Sorry, I take it back.
in this country though, that film was very underrated. It's a huge cult industry film in America, like Deadwood's become. Like
Yeah.
they become films and shows that the industry watches.
Let's go back a little bit. When you
Yeah.
first started making movies, or when you were, not first started, but in the early phase of your career, working with Richard Burton must have been quite an intimidating experience and quite.
No, he's
kind
fantastic. He wasn't intimidating at all. You just start, with vodka and grapefruit juice about 8:30 and carry on from there. It was
of,
great.
so the booze helped.
The booze helped.
Did he get you into the booze, or were you already?
No, he introduced me to vodka, I think, which was rather good. But up to then, I was, this late 60s, rather a Scotch and Coke.
Yeah, Scotch and Coke, man.
Scotch and Coke, man.
How great were the 60s for you?
Well, if you remember, I'm a bit of them. Yeah, they were terrific. I mean, it was a good time. But I mean, the business was different. And it was just, It's strange to think. My first year in the business was 62. It was like I did a movie,
But
did a
seriously,
film,
you
did
don't
a
seem
made a
old enough to
record.
have been working in 62.
That's very nice.
But you really don't. It's
Well, you keep a young attitude, I guess, you know. And I've just had my second grandchild, which is great, my lovely daughter. So I have 2 grandkids now, which I think keeps you young.
Do you drink still now? Or
No, I haven't done it for 17 years.
17 years you
Yeah.
gave it. And why did
Gave
you give it
everything
up?
up.
Was there a point of like where you bottomed out or you just got bored?
You bottom out, that's it. You bottom out. It's not fun anymore. I mean, now it's become very fashionable to renounce it at 21 years old, you know. I always think it's a shame if somebody says, you're 21 and you can never have a drink again. So I don't know if you've... But that's the business, you know.
Do you miss it much?
No. What, boozing?
Yeah.
No. Well, now I had a great time. I had
Yeah.
20 years of a very active social life, you know, which is terrific.
I guess you drank enough.
Enough was
Yeah. You drank your share
I drank my share.
and possibly someone else's.
Was that that great lad? There was once, I think somebody once in Alcoholics Anonymous got up, this guy said, I woke up, my name is Arthur. I'm an alcoholic. I woke up in a Canadian, I'm an alcoholic.
He'd lost
Hi,
his
my
memory.
name
He'd
is,
lost
I'll
his
get it
memory.
right, I lost my thread. I walked out of a Canadian brothel this morning, a Canadian male brothel, and I saw a sign. It said, "Drink Canada Dry." So I did. And that's it. But no, it's a funny old business. But I
Well,
think
why did we need to have the brothel introducing that story?
I just thought it would be a nice sort of risque moment on your show.
A bit of colour. Suddenly, male brothels
you find
exist.
yourself in some funny places if you drink, you know.
I'm sure you do. All right, let's put a track on. We'll chat to Ian some more after this. What are we going to play?
It's the new single from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Excellent. That's the new single from Nick Cave.
And the Bad Seeds.
He's
Nature
back with
Boy.
the Bad Seeds, is he?
Yeah.
He's tremendous. We have Ian McShane with us, ladies and gentlemen. He is starring in Deadwood. It's a new series originally made by HBO in America. It starts here in the UK on Sky One at 10 p.m. on Tuesday, the 21st of September. It looks like it's going to be fantastic. And as you're saying, it's been nominated for how many Emmys in the States?
11 Emmys.
Wow. That's quite something.
Yeah, in the first year of a show, because usually they get ignored until the second year, like The Sopranos didn't win anything it wasn't nominated for anything until the second year. But I guess with Milch's track record, he's won God knows how many with Hill Street Blues and NYPD Blue. And he's up, and I'm not up for an Emmy this year, which infuriated the TV critics.
But you
it's very
presumably
nice.
aren't that bothered, I would have thought.
I don't think, no. Not at all.
When you get to Ian's age, little things like that in life don't bother you. You take it in your stride.
Yeah.
You have to.
You know?
It's a great show. It's a great part. No, but I won the TV Critics Award of America. That was very nice.
maybe it does bother
Yeah,
you.
it's very nice.
Maybe
No,
it
very
does.
good. It does bother you. It's deeply, deeply. But I get the sympathy vote, you see, because I'll be there next week, though. Next weekend.
How hard is the schedule working on this? I mean, what kind of like regime are you under there? Because you have the big part. I mean, you're the main character, I guess. I know they all get a shout, but
Yeah,
you're
but, well, the thing, it's like, you know, it's very, for a TV show, it's 2 weeks, 10 days minimum shooting. And most are shot in 6 days, American television. But as I say, we film it at this ranch where all the facilities are there, so everything's at your disposal.
So it makes it a bit easier.
Yeah, very easy to do, yeah. But you don't get the script until the day before, mostly. I mean, Milch is one of those guys, a perfectionist. He sees how organically things happen. I mean, I'm sure he's got an overall blueprint of what the show's going to be. But he gives out the scenes as they come out. And it's constantly changing it as you go on.
But I imagine someone like you, with your background, you know, the whole kind of you've
Well, it's
done
exciting
stage,
in
you've
that
done
way.
TV,
It's,
you've
yeah,
done
but
film.
it's exciting. It's a thrill. You're going every day, and he's there, and he's the you know, the chief guy. It's his show. It's all on him, and he's there, and you change it, you change it, rehearse it. He goes away, comes back again, sees how he's planned it, makes a few adjustments, goes away. You shoot it, comes back again.
That must be a nice way to work, though.
It's a great way to work.
You know, Ian was in. I forgot some of the movies you've been. He was in the Battle of Britain. I'd forgotten.
Sergeant Pilot Dandy.
Wow, what a film! Those were the days. We don't make films like that anymore. What's going on?
You may make one now. There'll be the Battle of Baghdad, maybe.
Won't be quite the same, though, will it?
Well, it
you know,
won't,
it was
no.
like it was clear back then who was the good guys, who were the bad guys. Now it's all got confusing.
Very
hasn't it?
confusing.
Oh, gold. Where do you live now? Do you live mainly in America?
Yeah, Venice Beach.
Full time over there?
Full time.
Do you miss anything about the UK?
Yeah, my kids, my grandkids, but I mean, I come back. I mean, I'll be back at Christmas again. No, it's just the schedule takes me from, from July till February, March this year, because we're doing 12 episodes this year. So I won't be back. I get 10 days off at Christmas. But you go where the work is.
Do you live right on the beach? in
Yeah,
Venice?
right on the beach.
How nice that must be.
Very nice indeed.
Used to be where all the nuts, the freaks, the
They're
crazy
still
people
there,
used to
thank
hang out,
God.
yeah.
They're still there.
But that gives it a real
The
character,
Rasta
doesn't
guy
it?
with the guitar, with the amp on his back on roller skates.
I
he's
see
still
him on a
there.
regular
You know
basis,
him.
yeah.
You know him.
Is there still? There used to be a thalidomide breakdancer used to work down there. You ever see him?
Probably no, I haven't
He
seen.
was great, I'm telling you. Until you've seen the thalidomide breakdancer, you haven't lived, my friends.
There's the greased-up Indian with the silver ball that rolls it all around his...
Well, I think you just topped me. I think you just topped me. A greased-up... Who would have thought you could top the thalidomide breakdancer? But no, the greased-up Indian with the ball on his head, did you say?
No, with the silver ball that he rotates around his body.
Unbelievable.
And
No wonder you live there.
And the coiled rope in the underpants.
I bet you never say there's nothing worth watching on TV. Just open your windows.
Get in the bike and go down the beach.
It's a lovely part of the country
It's
that
nice,
over there,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
all right,
Do you ever get worried about LA? I mean, English people, I always think, whenever I go there, and even though I've never seen anything, but you worry about mugging, you worry about violent crime, you worry about the guns, and I've never seen any example of that, but it does seem to be that the media is always saying it's right there, you're right on top of it, especially in Venice Beach.
Well, there's a few gangs now and again, gang-related incidents mostly, but they shoot each other, so that's cool. You know?
Yeah, that's great, in fact.
Well, there's one last Sunday, actually. Yeah, Mercedes drew up alongside another Mercedes and shot the two guys and then drove off, and they picked him up an hour later, and it was all hush, you know, very, very
So keep it quiet. And that was down near you?
Yeah, about 6 blocks away.
Good Lord.
But that can happen anywhere, can't it?
Yeah, it can happen everywhere, you're right.
I don't know.
And other projects for you in the future? I mean, do you have movie work lined up? Or you
Now, I
doing
just
stuff
finished
with-
an independent movie with Rodrigo Garcia, who was Gabriel Garcia Marquez's son. It's called 9 Lives. It's a rather mooding meditation on interconnected lives of 9 women, and I'm in it with Jason Isaacs is in it as well.
Oh, he's great. I love
Yeah, he's a
Jason
terrific
Isaacs.
actor, Jason. Yeah. So we're playing the men, and Sissy Spacek, Robin Wright Penn, Glenn Close. a few
Wow,
good actors. Yeah,
great
good,
cast.
good.
That's
Yeah,
a proper
it's good.
cast. When you were describing it, I thought it sounded like a bit of a kind of...
No,
you know,
but it's
low
one of
budget.
those. It's a very actory movie. You know, you say to an actor, "We have no money about this wonderful scene," and again, name Garcia Marquez. You go, "Oh, that'd be lovely." Before I start my other job.
You're off already. How long are you working on that for?
Yeah, it was like 3 days.
Oh, you've done it
rehearsed
already?
Done it already. Finished it before I started this.
Have you
new
seen
one.
the finished project?
Nope.
Do you get excited before you see stuff, or are you sort of like, nervous?
No, never nervous. I think when you're doing them. I've done enough jobs where I don't remember them. Some I don't remember. Some I don't remember
When
doing.
you say
them.
don't remember what, because you're drinking? Or
Because it's a combination of things. Or you'd rather forget when you've read it. You just as long as you remember the check, but you forget what the job was. You know?
That's a terrible thing, though, isn't it?
Well, you know that. You've been through stuff like that.
Hey,
You've done
what's
a few
that mean?
things.
What are you talking about?
Have you never done that?
Maybe.
Have you never had a lull yet? No.
Yeah, I've had a couple of lulls. I've been through a few. What about your personal life? Are you with someone at the moment? Do you have a partner?
Married 25 years.
Good Lord. Still together, happy?
Gwen, happily married.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
quite... I
She's
thought
great.
you were one of these fellas who...
No, that was in the 20-year Great Social
okay.
time.
All right,
yeah.
okay. So you had,
That was 2 wives before and 2 children before.
Let this be a lesson to the young actors. Get it out your system early on.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Have your wild years. Sow your seeds. Go a bit crazy. Do what Ian did. Do what Michael Caine did. God bless you, sir. Get it out your system. Live wild. Then find a good woman. Settle down.
And a great job.
That's it. That's what you've got to do. It's as simple. How simple is that?
How simple is that? I
And
should write
yet-
a book about it, shouldn't I?
You and me
Self-help
together.
book.
Let's do it. I'll
Absolutely.
ghost it for
All
you.
right, fine.
There we go. The Ian McShane Guide to Easy Living. And get a scary picture on from Sexy Beast on the front, just to terrify people. I'll just pick that up. We're going to let you go.
All
Are
right,
you
so-
flying home today?
I'm flying. I'm going now to British Airways on that. A big silver
That's
bird
why
across the
you're wearing
Atlantic.
your casual
That's
gear.
why I'm in the casual before I get into their pajamas on the
He's
plane.
got no socks on, training shoes, and sort of like sweatpants. And I was a little bit let down, I'll admit, when you first came in. Now it makes perfect sense. It's so you get relaxed on the flight. Have a safe journey home. Good luck with the rest of the series. I'm really looking forward to Deadwood now. It does sound terrific.
It's great. Just nice meeting you. Nice talking to you.
Ian, lovely to see you. Thank
And
you
you,
so
sir.
much for coming in.
Thank you.
As I said, Deadwood starts on Sky 1 on Tuesday, 21st September. I'm definitely going to watch you.
Yep.
It sounds fantastic. What are we going to end the
We're
program?
going to end with a new single from Ian Brody.
How lovely. Formerly of the Lightning Seeds.